Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to be talking about a three-digit number. Here we go. And so here's an abacus. An abacus is a counting tool. This counting tool helps me just visualize numbers. That's all it is. So when we're looking, when the beads are separated, they're not even touching the horizontal bar. This is the horizontal bar that we're talking about. So if they're not touching the horizontal bar, this is considered 0. So this is a reset. So anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, right, that's considered counting. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Are you late? No, I actually just started. Hello, hello, guess. Nope, you're okay. You're actually just started. So let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, I just started. Thank you so much for commenting. But yes, no, we just started. So this is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 5. The top bead is a value of 5. And then we have 6. This is what 6 looks like. 1 top bead and 1 bottom bead. That's what 6 is. And then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. So when we're looking, right, we could just do like their numbers. I'm statistic. Oh, hello, statistics. Hello, statistics. Why'd you change your name? Why'd you change your name? So this is 1, this is 2. So if I did 2, that would be 2, right? So if I have 3, 3, and then 4, right? This is 3, and then this is 4. This is 3, and this is 4. There we go. So this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we do 5, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this instead. So I have 5 pennies, right? So if I did this instead, if I have a nickel, that's what a nickel is, right? We know 5 cents in America is a nickel. So then, we just need this. Like that. That's what 5 cents is. Hello, thank you. Hello, board. Hello, board. How you doing? Thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in. Ooh, allergies are really kicking me. So, is it true that when you get good enough in the abacus, you can be super fast? Yes, but it takes a lot of time and practice. Just like, you know what? It's just like when you're typing on a keyboard. When you type on the keyboard, you're getting fast, right? Super fast. It's the same thing. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Is there more? There's more stickers, right? Do you see any other stickers? Hey, Ray. Hello, Ray. Do you see stickers? Oh, I updated it. I gotta figure this out. Oh. Anyways. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, I heard that sometimes you don't even need the abacus anymore. You don't have to, if that's what your goal is. Ah, yeah, see, it looks better, doesn't it? The stickers look better. Sorry, I have to go. Yeah, thank you, Ray, for dropping by. Thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate you. Have a good night. So 5-star. If that's your goal, you could do it. But that's not my goal, so. This is 5. So we have 6 on the abacus. This is 5 plus 1, that's 6, right? So when we look, this is 5 plus 2. 5 plus 1, 2. This is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7, and then this is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. That's 8. And then we have 9. 5 plus 4, right, is 9. So then we have 5 plus 4 is 9. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. For those of you that are just joining, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to read the abacus. After we learn how to read the abacus, we'll go into some adding and subtracting, or it depends on how my brain works. So, thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your brain. Hello, D. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please.
Whoa, sorry.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. So when we look, we have this is 9. So this is 9. We have the top bead and then 4 bottom beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. Right. So let's do a little activity. Here is my number. Hello, Fragile. Welcome back. Thank you, D, for the follow. Welcome back. I got some new sound bites for you. Anybody's birthday? Anybody has a birthday? What are you doing today, Fragile? Oh, 1K. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for liking my live. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ooh, we should do a little party. How about this? Oh no. There we go. Thank you everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for the checking in. Little party for our 1K. Thank you so much. I'm getting full right now. Oh hey. Love thank you so much. Thank you so much. I heart. Thank you so much. I heart yellow cake. Love it. Thank you for the follow, Frost. Thank you for the follow. We're gonna be taking a look at this one. Yeah, this is insanely attractive with the learning life. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm here to show Abacus to the Matrix.
Welcome to the real world.
Yours was 625. Oh, we missed it by like 3 months. But see, 06. There you go. So we have first number. We have first number. So I'll change my hat when we get up to 10,000. You're showing the answer? Oh, yeah, you're right. I am showing the answer. It is. It is 500, right? So the top beat is a value of 5, and then this is 7. 5, and then 2 is 7, and then 5. Thank you. Fragile. It's okay. So we have 5, 7, 5. How are we doing? Nuts. I forgot my water. Okay. I guess we'll have to do this one. All right. I wasn't paying attention. I just saw the numbers. I know. Me too. All right. Thank you everybody for joining. This is a celebration hat for 1K. If we get to 2K, I'll have to see if I can change it. Oh, I'm going to change it again. If we get to 2K, which is now, here's my new celebration. Shark headphones. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. So we have one. Okay. So we're done with that. We're doing the next one. What is the next one? So we have the next one. We have our top, we have the top bead touching, right? That's the value of 5. And then there's 4 bottom beads. 4. Each bead is a value of 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There's 4 of them. When we have 1 here, again, it's a bottom bead. The bottom bead is right here. Thank you, D. It is 1, right? Yes. Top bead is a value of 5, but it is not top bead. It is the bottom bead. And then this is the 4, right? 4 ones. 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is 4. So 914. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be because we are here to learn about math, and I know math is a little boring. So, thank you, Frost, for checking in. Thank you so much for sending the heart me. Hello, everybody. Hello, my name is Lynette. I'm here to show the abacus to the matrix. Welcome, everybody. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind.
Good one. All right, there we go. So, for those of you that are interested, excuse me, for those of you that are interested, I do have this available in my TikTok shop. I pinned it down below. And did you get sick from the beach? No, I got my allergies. Hello, Precious Web. Guess what I got? I was working on my stuff. So I do appreciate the whole tapping spree, so I figured out how to put in a little blinky thingy. And then I got a little counter thingy. I gotta figure that out. And then I was gonna do like a little tappy thingy. Thank you, Precious Web. Thank you so much for your help. But I just gotta figure out when to use it now. Thank you. I appreciate your compliments. I appreciate your help. Thank you. Woo! We have 3,000. I'm gonna change a thing. Which one am I gonna change? Let's see. Oh, we could do this one. I like this one, the fuzzy hat. Thank you, everybody, for the 3,000 likes. All right. So what is this? This is, we got to go to the next one. So this is 914. That's what this is. Thank you, everybody. So after 914, we go to our next one. So this one's easy. What number do we think this is? So we have our 10s and we have our 1s. Thank you, board. Oh, look at that. That's supposed to be transparent GIFs. It is 60. 6 and a 0. Don't forget the 0, right? Just like our paycheck. We want to make sure we keep the 0. This is the 1s place. Remember that the 1s place is where the the dot is, this is my location of the ones place. So this is the ones, there's a 0 here. This is 6 and this is 0. Thank you, Fragile. So we have 60 and then we have our next number. What is our next number? So we have our number, we have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do we think that is? Thank you everybody for tapping. This is crazy. Okay, thank you, board. Thank you, Fragile. Thank you, Caitlin. Yes. 893. How did you get that? Well, we got the top beads as a value of 5. So the top beads is a value of 5, and then the bottom beads is a value of 4. I'm sleepy. Yeah, me too. So we have a value of 1. I'm sorry, these are the value of 1. So 1, 1, 1. So 3 ones is considered 3. 4 ones is considered 4. So this is 3. So together, this is 8, this is 9, and this is 3. So thank you. Thank you for the... So the answer is 893. That's what that is. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And then we have our next number. That's okay if you're go to sleep. I hope your schedule is on. I hope your sleeping schedule is back to normal. How is second day of school? Bored? So we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Our top B is a value of 5. Thank you. Our bottom B is a value of 1. So we have 2, right? Thank you, Caroline. It is. It is 571. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for going up to 4,000. Thank you, Fragile, for letting me know. You are so important. You literally taught me how to use that. Thank you, nobody. Thank you, nobody. I do appreciate that. I really do love these compliments. So we have our answer. Thank you, Caroline. It is 5,071. So when we're looking, we have 5. 7 is 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2, do you see that? And then this is 1. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting this so fast. I'm going to slow down. Okay. Yeah, slow down. Same, I've always wanted to learn. Yeah, take it slow. We're not in any rush, right? We're just here to have some fun and learn how to read the abacus right now, and then we're going to go into some adding and subtracting. So we have our next number. We have our we have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do we think this is? Thank you, D. Yes, it is 685. Well done. So we get the 6. The top B is a value of 5. The bottom B is a value of 1. The top B is a value of 5. And there's 3 1 beats. 1, 1, 1. And then we have the top beat over here. So we have no bottom beat. So this is only 5. Just as D mentioned, it is 685. Does that make sense? Let me know if I talk too fast, because I know I do. Thank you, everybody, for getting me to 4K. So the answer is 685. You're gonna Xena what? I don't know what that means. Sorry, Sue. Hello, Biggs. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm Okay, so what's our next? We have our next number. We have our hundreds. We have our tens, and we have our ones. What is our next number? Well, hi, Casey. Whoop whoop. We got some abacus going. I got the full time to drive home. Oh, great. Be safe, Fragile. Don't be here. I'm probably still going to be on. Yes, thank you, D. Thank you, Kaylin. It is 895. There we go. So 895. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, Casey, it is. It is 895. Thank you, Jaylin. Oh, you had a flower on your head. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Now I have a fuzzy hat. So, thank you. It is 895. Well done. So we have 5 as the top bead, right? Because it's above the horizontal bar. Anything above the horizontal bar touching the line is being counted. This is not counted, so this is not part of the number. However, these are touching, so these are counted. So this is why it's 895. So our next number over here would be Oh, that's a flower. I see, I see. You're a zinnia tonight. Oh, I see. I didn't register that that was a flower that you're mentioning. Yes, thank you. Oh, yeah, sorry. So it's 931. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, D. Yes, it is. It is 900 because we have 5 plus 4 is 9. We have 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. So anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So we have 931. So what we're doing is we're reading the abacus, and then after that we're going to go into some adding and subtracting. Okay, we have our next number. We have our ones, I'm sorry, we have our ones, we have our tens, and we have our hundreds. So what do we have? We have our hundreds, our tens, and ones. What number do we think that is? It is 400, thank you, D, 400, 1111, right? There's 4 ones. 20, thank you, Jaylin, thank you, Kristen. This is 20, and then this is 6. So 22 looks like this. 27 looks like this. 427 looks like this. 422 looks like this. 421 looks like that. Hello, Jen! Hello, Jen! Right? 421 looks like, but the answer is actually 426. My show is on. Hello, Anthony! Hello, Anthony! So it's 426. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for going up to 5K. I do appreciate it. Read my name. I don't lie. Are you a troll? Are you a troll? Oh, I don't have it. Oh, here he is. Here he is.
No, now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
Do you ever dream about Abacus? I think about Abacus quite often. I try to figure out better ways to explain it to mainstream and how it gets connected to mainstream math. Because my goal is to make it as normal and ordinary as counting bears. I don't know if you remember counting bears, but we had like counting bears. This is perfect. Yes, thank you. So that's the idea, was trying to replace all the tools that we have. No, no, no. I'm not trying to replace. I'm trying to expand the knowledge of Abacus. And the knowledge of Abacus is not mystic. So our answer is 426. Oh, thank you. So our next number is me too. Now all I wanted is homework. Jen, you're so funny. Yeah, I was about to work on another book, but I just decided to go to sleep because my allergies are really kicking my butt. Ah, Machiavelli! What are my plans? What are my plans for tonight?
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Thank you, Machiavelli, for asking. That is my plan. Yes, go ahead. Into my interview. Yeah. Hello, Sylvia George. Welcome back. Thank you, Lynette. Yes. Thank you, D. Yes, it is 767. The top beat is a value of 5. The bottom beat is a value of 1. So we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. These are all ones, right? So when their beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So none of these here are touching the horizontal bar, so these are not counted. These 4 columns here are considered 0, and then these beads are not counted. Yes, thank you, Sherry. So it is 767. In Russia, Abacus counts you. Ha! In Russia, Abacus counts you. Do you use the 10 bead? Yours is a 10. Well, I don't know if you use an abacus. Do you use an abacus in Russia? I know the Russian abacus is a 10 bead. Sorry. Sorry. My nose is, I'm not feeling up to par. But yes, it is one of those. Yeah. Do you use the abacus do you use your abacus? There's a Russian abacus. I've seen it. So we have our next number. We have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do we have? Thank you, Jalen. It is 587. Well done. Welcome. Hello, Joseph. How are you doing, Joseph? Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for 7,000. Oh, what do I want to do? I want to do this? No, I can't do that. I want to do this. Oh, no, that's not good. I want to do glowing headphones. This? Wolf. There we go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. How am I? I'm a little bit allergy under the weather, but I am planning to take over the world.
Rain, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
So, our next number is, what do we do? Did we say what number this is? We didn't say what number this is. You can't, oh, there you go, Jalen. Yes, thank you, Jalen. It is 587. Well done. Well done, Jalen. Oh, good. Oh, good. That Pinky in the Brain intro is gold. Yeah, thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, George. Yes, thank you. So it's 587. I love that. I love Pinky in the Brain. They're so good. So we have 587. Well done, everybody. Well done. Thank you, Jaylyn. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the comment and everybody liking the live. Thank you, everybody. I do appreciate that. I'm trying to be more diligent on getting the likes to try to get it be pushed out to the FYP. But that is the plan, to try to rule the world, right? But to do that, I need your help. So what is our next number? Thank you, Jaylyn. It is, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is 283. Do we see that? 200, because there's 2 here. Thank you, Precious Web. We have 880. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3. These are ones. 1, 1, 1. So that's what 8 looks like. And then we have 3. 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3. These are all threes. Like, share, and follow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ha! Ha! George. Stealing my sunshine. I need to up my Abacus game. We are ready. I think we're ready. For those of you that are ready, we're going to continue on to learning how to move the beads. So when we learn how to move the beads, for those of you that are interested, I do have this book available in my TikTok shop. I give you a little rundown on how to read the abacus. We got some abacus going. We figure out how to do the single digits. After the single digits, we know how to do double digits, and I explain what the double digits looks like. So we have our 3 and our 6, and that's how you do it. And then we go to the 3 digits, and that's what we're doing. So to show you again, something's on my head. Yeah. Is it something in my eye? So we have 200, right? 236. And the idea here is to show you how we have this. So then we have the mask maze. The mask maze is available for download. It is up to you if you want to download it. The reason why is so you have the opportunity to print it on a thicker piece of paper. Because the paper here is a little thin. The reason why I would suggest to use a thicker piece of paper is to cover the pipes, to cover the paths, because the paths is what gives you the answers. So it's kind of easy to see that this is 60, right? Because our minds are like this. So then that's why it'd be easy if we just do that, right? So that's why I provide a mask maze for you. So this is one way of doing learning how to read the abacus, and then the second way to read the abacus is I give you this thing called a reverse maze. The reverse maze, what we're doing here is I give you the number and I give you the path, and you're supposed to color in the abacus. That's what we did here. So if this is 444, then I want you to color in 400 beads and 400 beads and the 1 beads. That's what I did. So, and then that's it. And then we have our answers to the back in the book. So for those of you that are interested, I do have this available in my TikTok shop. Okay, so we are done with that. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We're going to continue on to learning how to read this abacus. For those of you that are interested, thank you for the rose. Burnt Woods, thank you so much for the rose. I want this one. Rabbit ears? How did that? Okay. So, in case for those of you that are just joining, thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So what we're doing is we're going to look at 3,000. So this is my ones place. In the ones place, there is a dot. This is my label. This dot tells me that this is the ones place. Then I have another dot over here. This dot tells me the comma of the thousands. So when I put it down, I have 3,000. That's what 3,000 would be. So I have 3,456. That's what that would look like. What? No. Oh, yeah, for number 6? Yeah, that's what it'd be. Okay, so... Okay, here we go. There we go. Now, if we wanted to add another one, we could do this. We could do 73,456 point. So the decimal sits between our ones and our tenths. Our ones and our tenths. So that's what that means. Okay, I gotta stop this. This is annoying me. Okay, there we go. So we have our ones and our tenths. The decimal sits right between the ones and the tenths. Now, we're gonna see this great big reveal. That's what that means. So we have our ones, our tens, hundreds, thousands, and our 10,000s. And then we have our tenths and our hundreds. So we have our decimals. This is 25. That would be the decimals. So we have 73,456.25, right? So then we have our next number. We have this number. That's what this would be, right? So if we lined it all up, it would be like that.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So we have 55,555.55. That's what that is, right? 10K already? That's fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Oh, where's my thing? I want to do this one. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for the 10K. Woo, that's pretty good. That's really good. I don't think I've been up to 10K that quickly before. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for... Thank you, Machiavelli. Thank you, everybody, for liking the live. So we have our next number, right? We have this number. No, not 6. 6 would look like that. That's what 666 would look like. Dexter, that's what 666 would look like. But this is not. This is 9, 9.
99 problems, but if ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but if ain't one. Hit me.
So we have 99,999.99. That's what that would be, right? So when we're looking, every number is represented on each of the columns. So the most number you can have on any given column would be 9. A 10K multiplication, 11,000 multiplication. Is that what we want to do? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So, okay, we're going to continue on. So, if I choose this one or this one, I know I have these two dots. Because I have these two dots, I can do this one or I can do this one. If I choose this one to be my ones place, then I move everything over like that. So we have ones and tens. Now notice we could do like Roman numerals. We can do 1. That's what, hold on. That's what 1 is, right? We have ones, we have 2, 1, 2, and then we have 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. 5 would be the V, right? Just like on a Roman numeral. That's what that would be. 5 is a V. No. Hit. Oh, to do a multiplication? No. If it hits 11K, no. It would have to be like 50K to do multiplication. Please. So we could do this one. That's too easy, 11K multiplication. Come on. So we have... The last time I did 100,000 to get to division. And we did division twice because then I got to 200,000 to get division. It was pretty awesome. So to do 5 and 6, we have 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. I think this way, I think we're going to get to like 200,000 by the time we get it. And then we have 9, right? 5 plus 4 is 9. So what's 10? 10 would be 1 and a 0. Just like how we write 1 and a 0, that's what it'd be like, 1 and a 0. So if we get to 50K, it would look like that, 50. 50K. If I choose this one to be my ones place, right? So if I go back to here, and this is my ones, then what I do is I do 0.0001. That's what that would be. Does that make sense? Thank you, everybody, for liking the live. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So are we understanding how to do the abacus? For those of you that are just joining, please welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know if I talk too fast. I realize that this is going to be 1 and then 2. So what we're doing is we're visualizing our numbers. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. After 4 is 5. That's what 5 is. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9. So Dexter, do you know how to use the Japanese abacus? And then this is 10. That's what 10 looks like. 10 is a 1 and a 0. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to learn how to move the beads. When we learn how to move the beads, because I see you in my comments. I see you. I see you. Oh, I should put that. I see you. Oh, I didn't do that one. I got to do that one. So what we're going to do now is we're going to learn how to read the abacus. Nope, we're going to learn how to move the abacus. That's what we're going to do. All right, for those of you that are interested, this is a preschool book. This preschool book, okay, I think Dexter did a drive-by. He was a drive-by troll. All right, for those of you that are interested, this is a preschool book. This preschool book is meant for kids that are just learning their numbers. So it'd be 3, 4, and 5. So years 3, year 4, year 5. You know, whenever they start learning how to read the abacus. Thank you so much for liking the live. So we're gonna keep going. And then I show you how to read the abacus. Like this is the structure of the abacus. And then I tell you how to read the abacus, and then we start going into some activities. Some of the activities is like trying to find what the 0 is and how to do the tracing. And then we have we go all the way to 4, and then after 4 we do some activities like the counting the circles and then the follow the path. After that we go into understanding the pixel art. We do a little bit of pixel art, and then we do more counting and trying to figure out how many dinosaurs are. After that we go understanding the numbers between 5 to 9. The reason I do 5 to 9 is because I didn't want to have to explain what place values is, but we do that in the next book. We have 5, and then we 6, and then 7 and 8. And then again, we have activities to strengthen the concept of what the numbers are. That's what this is. So then we count forward. After counting forwards, we count backwards. After counting backwards, we figure out what comes in between. After we come in between, then we go into going into surrounding. Oh, SRT technician. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but this is not school. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for the comment. You do realize you're just wasting your time. So this is the cloud counting. And after that, we go bigger than and less than. So we have bigger than, and this is just comparison. Now we're going to get into, thank you, Jaylyn. Thank you, Jaylyn. So what we're going to do now is we're going to understand how to read this, how to do this, right? What we're going to do is we're going to understand that in Abacus world, we need to pay attention to our second number. That's what we need to do. We need to pay attention to our second number. We're not going to look at our result, because the result will happen on our abacus. What we're going to do is we're going to understand that if we have 7 on the abacus, that's what 7 is, right? Is the second number 7? No, the second number is 1. Does that make sense? So this is the first number, this is the second number. Whatever number that we're adding it to. So what we're doing here, we want to add 1. So my final answer is 8. Right? So we have 5 plus 3 is 8. 7 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So when I do this, do I have enough to add the 1? Yes, I do have enough to add the 1. So my final answer is 8. Does that make sense, Judance? So then we have our 2. So notice what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the second number. The second number is the number that's going to be added to it, right? So if we do 7 again, and I want to have, okay, hold on. We'll do a little review. This is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. You might be wondering why I'm here. I have a dot. This indicator tells me that this is my 1's place. So I have my 1's, right? And then I have my 2. The 2 beads are right here. These are the 2 beads. So when I add it, we now have 9. Single, easier number, but what about adding and subtracting doubles, triples? That's easy too. That's easy. Tech wave. In a little while, you'll start and shine. Yes, in a while, you're going to start and shine. We're just unfamiliar right now, right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand how to read it. Not a problem. Because anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So that's what you want to do, is you want to understand that whenever the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to do the adding of the 3. right? So we have 5 on the abacus, and we want to add the 3. When I add the 3, right, my final answer is 8. How? Because we have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. You could do the dots. You could do the dots like mainstream math does. You could do the tallies, which is fine too. You could do the tallies. Or you could do the abacus way, because I think the abacus way is more superior. Why? Because we could supertize. Supertizing means that if we look at the number, we know what it is. And I know what place value it is. Because if I did it over here, right, if I did 50 plus 30, I have 80. Every number is represented on each of the column. It just depends on what your place values are. So this one specifically is ones, tens. This is the hundreds. You could do the dots. That's a whole lot of dots, but I'm really lazy. I don't know about you, but that's like a little too much for me. But guess what? We could do it again. We can actually take it one step further. We could do 500, 500, and 300, 300. Now we have 800, 800. Make sense? So when we're looking, right, it's easy to supertize because we have every place value and every number is represented on each column. Too many dots, right? It is too many dots. It's crazy. It's a lot of dots. But the difference is what? In mainstream math, it's very focused on the paper, whereas in abacus, we're focused on what number we have on the abacus and how do we add to it. So it's the same thing with the 4, and then we go, because you know how to add, you know how to subtract. Now, if you notice, subtracting this is not -1, this is take away 1. Taking away the 1 just means that if I add to the horizontal bar, all I got to do is take away the 1. To take away, I just move it away from the horizontal bar. Taking away, that's all I got to do. So it's not a separate concept. You know how to add, you know how to subtract. That's all we're doing. You add, you subtract. So if I had 4 on the abacus, I want to take away the 1. My final answer is 3. So what we're trying to do is it's not a separate thing. Because I know in mainstream math, it's a whole new separate like spiel. When you want to add, when you want to add this, when you want to add and when you want to subtract. Like we had to memorize our doubles. But guess what? Memorizing our doubles, like 4 plus 4, there is no negative, because if you memorize if there was negative numbers for doubles, it would just always be 0. So this is -2. We're taking away the 2. Hello, just me, Junior. And if I add the 3 to the abacus, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. I want to take away 2. Not -2, take away 2. I want to take away 2. Can I do it? Can I take away the 2? Can I do it? Yes. So I take away the 2. Take away the 2 is minus the 2. That's all I'm doing. Ha ha! Applesauce. You're too far ahead. You're too far ahead. But yes, we'll get to that in a little bit. I got something new. I'm really excited for it. Okay, so we're going to do it again for the 3. We have 4 on the abacus. We go to the horizontal bar and add the 4, right? We want to take away 3. Take away the 3 just takes away the 3. There we go. So what we're doing is we're understanding how to take away the 3. All right? So, Judance. Does that make sense? Now, no problem, applesauce. I understand. So we have, great. So what we're doing is we're going to add the 5. To add the 5 just means I go to the horizontal bar. That's all I'm doing. So if I have 3 on the abacus, I'm going to add the 5. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Something new. Sounds exciting. Oh, yeah. So then we have 6. Notice when we add the 6. 6 is 1 beat on top, 1 beat on the bottom. That's what 6 is. When I already have like 3 on the abacus, I want to add the 6. Adding the 6 means add 1 top beat and 1 bottom beat, and you bring it together. So our final answer is 9. Same thing with the 7. If I have 1 on the abacus and 7. 7 is 1 beat on top, 2 beats on the bottom. If I have 1 on the abacus, I want to add 7. Adding the 7 is 1 beat on top, 2 beats on the bottom, and I add the 7. That's what that is. Does that make sense? So what we're doing is we're trying to add the 7. Thank you, Tech Whale, for reminding me. But that's not going to help my allergies. All right, so that's 7. Well, what do we do with 8? Well, guess what? 8 is 1 beat on top and 3 beats on the bottom. When we have 8, right, that's what it is. 8 is 1 beat on top and 3 beats on the bottom. But if I have 1 already, like here, if I want to add the 8, when I add the 8, it's 1 beat on top and 3 beats on the bottom, and we add it together. That's what we're doing. So the blue one's the 5, yes, and these rest ones, anything the lower beads is considered ones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 looks like that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Thank you, Jalen. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna get. All right. Geo. No, I didn't do that many times. I didn't count that many times. You're such a trooper. Ha! Thank you, Machiavelli. Thank you, Machiavelli. I thank you. I appreciate that. I was gonna pass out, but I was like, nah, I want to see what everybody's doing. All right. So if we know how to add, we know how to subtract. The blue ones, yes. Thank you. Yes, Z fighters. So it would look like this. If we had all the beads, right, representing 5, and there we go. So when we look, it would be like that.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So Z fighters, when we look, it's 55,555.55. Does it matter? I've been teaching Abacus for 20 years, tech whale. Oh, good. That makes sense, right? I thought that was funny. All right. So we're going to continue on. When we add, we go to the horizontal bar. When we subtract, we go away from the horizontal bar. That's all we're doing. So if you know how to add, you know how to subtract. And that's what we did. So we have the minus the 5. We have 9 on the abacus. I want to take away 5. Take away 5, just make it like that. Not yet, Jen. Not yet. I didn't update my question, but I will be. I'm going to have a whole new set of questions just for you, but not right now. I barely got any work done. All right, so we have 6. So I have 9 on the abacus. I want to take away 6. Remember, 6 is 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom. All you got to do is move it away like that. So when we add the 6 and we take away the 6, it's exactly the same. You see that there's a number pattern. But the thing is it doesn't matter which bead. So if I have 8 here, it doesn't matter which bead you take away. You just got to take away one of the beads, right? The one at the bottom bead. You're always going to take away the 5 if it's a 6, right? So we have 7, again, minus the 7 is minus the 5 and minus 2 beads, right? And you take away 2 beads like that. There we go. All right, so that's done. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. What we're going to do is we're going to continue on with adding and subtracting. Oh, before I forget. So the funny thing is, in public school, they want the kids to memorize how to make a 9. And I'm like, why? Why are we learning how to make a 9? The difference is, right, we know that 1 on the abacus, and we have 8. We want to add the 8. Remember, we focus on this number. The second number is what we focus on. And so the question is, do we have enough? Can I add the 8? Yes. So my final answer is 9. So we could do it again. If I have 2 on the abacus, and then I want to add 7, can we do it?
Come on, do it. Do it.
Yes, we can add the 7 like that. So then we have 6, right? Oh, sorry, we have 3. 3 on the abacus, I want to add the 6. I've done this, right? Adding the 6 just means adding the 1 bead on top and 1 bead on bottom, and you bring it together. That's all we're doing. So what we're doing is we're just showing you that we don't need to memorize on the abacus because the answer is right there for you. So if you have 4 on the abacus, this is what 4 is. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what 4 is. And then you add the top bead. It's a value of 5. My final answer is 9. So what we're doing is we're understanding how to utilize the numbers, right? How to see the numbers. The fact that the abacus shows you the answers, you don't need to memorize what the answer is. Yes. So the top bead is a value of 5. Thank you, Brendan. Oh, Drew? Oh, Drew?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So, Brendan, this would be that. So we have our ones, our tens, hundreds, thousands, and our 10,000s.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters. So
this would be 55,555.55. 5. That's what that would be. So when we're looking, right, that's what it is. And then if we do a row of 6, we could do all of this to be 6s, right? This would all be 6s. And then this would be all 7s, right? And then this would be all 8s. And then guess what? We can do 9s. Every column has a representation of 9.
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
So this is 99, I'm sorry, this is 99,999.99. Yeah? Okay, so we're going to continue on. That is what we did. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Hello, Shadow. Hello. So, okay. So what happens when there's not enough? That's what we're going to do. Oh, okay. So for those of you that are interested, let's take out this number. And if you guys can tap it out to 20, let's see if this works. This is the new thing that I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so can we go to 20? We're going to do a tapping spree because I realize that you can't really tap and learn at the same time. So if we could do a little tapping spree, I would really appreciate it to 20,000. So for those of you that are done tapping, here is the number. You can try to tell me what this number is. So we have our next number. What number do you think that is? Thank you everybody so much for tapping. Thank you so much for tapping. Hello, hello, Three Sworn. So what number do we think that is? Is 25 seconds too? Maybe 25 seconds too fast. I got. That's easy. Okay, so how are we doing? What number do we think this is? Okay, let's try to get to 20,000 and we'll figure that out. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jay Lee. Jaylin. Oh my gosh, my allergies are so. Ugh. All right, what number do we think that is? All right. Yeah, maybe I gotta do like a minute or something. Or maybe no countdown. Maybe no countdown? Maybe no countdown. There we go. There we go. How about that? Yeah, no countdown? Alright, no countdown. So what number do we think this is? Alright. Thank you, Z Fighters. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jaylin. So when the blue, yes, exactly, Z Fighters. When the blue touches the horizontal bar, this is what's considered 5. So these are all touching the horizontal bar. So yes. Do you think so? Well, don't forget to be able to count the bottom beads, right? You're almost there. So you have to make sure that none of the top beads, if they're not touching, right? The blue beads and the rest are ones, yes. Yeah, so the top bead is a value of 5. The bottom bead's a value of 1. So there's 2 here. There's 2 ones, right? There's 2 ones. There's 4 ones, right? Right here, there's 4 ones. And then we're going to do place values. Don't forget place values. So we have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. right? And then any number after the ones is also counted. So the number would be, don't forget the decimal. This is fun. This is fun. It's funny. It's very interesting. 1,000, no, 24,000. Okay, so everybody got 24,000. That's correct. Right? We got 24,000. 24,000. Oh, can't see that. Sorry. So we have 24,000, right? Yes, thank you. So it's 800. We know that's 800. We have 5 and then 8. 5 plus 3, but then I have my comma because it's easier to see with the comma. That's where this is, right? Do you see that dot there? This dot tells me it's the thousands. So when we're looking, I have 24,000 and then I have my comma and then I have my 8, 57. Notice that there's another dot here. This dot tells me that this is the ones place. After that would be the decimal. So we have dot and then 74. Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for trying. Because if you didn't try, we couldn't explain it, you know what I mean? But you have the courage to try, and that's the point. So we keep trying. You keep trying until it makes sense. So, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for the tapping spree. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're at 20,000. Well done. Well done, everybody. Well done. I got to do this one. Well done, everybody. No, I don't like that one. How about this one? That would be better. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for 20,000. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to figure out, well, what happens when there's not enough? Right? This is where it gets, okay, this is the new one. I got to make another book. So this is what gets exciting. Okay. What happens when there's not enough beads? Hello, soy. Excuse me. Ugh, sorry. Here we go. We have team makes the dream work. Yes, I got it correct. Showing up your lives is paying off. Oh, that's great, Machiavelli. That's great. That's so awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for getting me up to 20,000. This is like exciting. I'm excited because I'm hoping that all these likes will help me be pushed to the FYP. Because I want more people to know how to read the Abacus. I want people to be not scared of math. That's what it is. My hope is that don't be scared of math. Okay, we're going to continue on. We're going to understand now, if I have 4 on the Abacus and I have no more room to add 4, I want to add another 4. I don't want to add it here. The reason why I don't want to add it there is because that's my tens place. That's my tens place. So if I do this, this is actually 44. We're not doing 44. What we're trying to do is we're trying to add 4 to the ones place. So that's why we come over here, right? We have to add 1 to the 4th place. But guess what? There's no more room. Now what are we going to do? Well, because we have no more room, we have this concept. We know how to make a 5. This is going to be great. Okay. We know how to make a 5. I have my beads. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4. Right? That's on my Abacus. I have to find all my beads. Okay. Right? So we have to find... This is what 4 is on my Abacus. I try to match my colors, but I don't have a lot of... Anyways. So that's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add my next ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I want to add this to this. But there's not enough. What do? We know how to make a 5. To make a 5, we have to do 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So what happens? I actually have to take 1 away from the previous number. That's why I have to take it away. I have to take it away so I can add it to this one here. We're always going to make our 5 with the bottom number. Hello, Tappy. Right? So Sorry, thank you. We're always going to make a 5 with the bottom number. So if I minus the 1 here, because we got to add the 1 to make this a 5, and we change it and it becomes 5, like the blue bead. So that becomes like that. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I get confused at this part. Was that confusing? So we had to do a little bit of subtraction in order to get to addition.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Yeah. Okay, not a problem, Machiavelli. I'll see you next time. I'll see you in my next live. Next live, we will try to take over the world.
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Okay, so does that make sense? What do we do? Well, if I did this, right, we have 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4. What do? I have to take away from the top bead. Take away from here. Take away from the top bead. So I take it away. I give it away. I give it away. So that means I take it away from here, and I add it to here to make a 5. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it changes to a blue bead. Does that make sense? So what I just did was I had to subtract from the bottom. Right. You subtract from the previous number. You subtract from here, and then you add it to the next one. That's what you did. Yes. That's what you did. That's how we add 4. So when we do it again, so I have 3 on the abacus, right? I want to add 4. I have 3 on the abacus, I want to add 4. This is 3, this is 4 at the bottom. What do? I know 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Make 5 out of this. I have to take away 1 from here. So I take away 1 from my 3, and then I add it to my 4. And I add it to my 4, and it becomes the blue bead. So my final answer is 7. 5, right? 5, 6, 7. Thank you, Jen. That is the formula. That's the formula. Does that make sense? Woo, we're at 22,000. Boom. We could do it again. See, now it's the concept you understand. We just got to keep going until it becomes memorized, right? So we do it again. We have 2 on the abacus. We have 2 on the abacus. We have 2 on the abacus. We want to add the 4. When we add the 4, what do? There's not enough room to add the 4. So what happens? Oh, good, Jalen. We add the 4. Because we add the 4, there's not enough. There's not enough to add the 4. What do? We have to utilize the formula. One of the formulas is to take away from the 1, right? Take away 1 from the 2. Take it away and add the 4. Add the 1 to the 4. So now it becomes a blue bead. So our answer is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Yes, exactly, Jalen. Yes, that's what it is. Subtract the 1 and then add the 5. Oh, thanks, user 761, for letting me know you're going to drop out. That's fine. And wasting your time. That's fine too. Thank you, Kelly. Hello. Thank you so much for the rose. I don't know. I don't understand why people waste time commenting. It takes more time to comment than to swipe. I'm just saying. And that's a lot of letters to type. That's a lot of letters. That's like time-wasting letters. This is so cool. Thank you, Tyler. I've never used Napping before. Oh, okay. So let's do a review for Tyler. Thank you so much for letting me know. So we have the 1, right? I know. It was such a waste of time. There's the 1. So anytime we have 1 bead, that's 1, right? That's 1. We have 2. We have 2 beads. This is 2. And then this is 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? These are just bricks. These are just different colors bricks. So this is 4. This is the value of 4. We have 5. This is the value of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, right? We have 6. We have 6. We have 7. This is 7. We have 8. That's 8. And then 9 is just another bead. Oh, maybe I should do the other one. Maybe I'll do this one instead. There we go. So we have 4, right? Whew, this is 4. And then we want to add 5. This is a nickel, 5. That's the top beat. That's what 5 is. And then we have 6, right? That's 6. This is 7. That's 7. This is 8. That's 8. And this is 9. And that's 9. Does that make sense, Tyler? My brain is getting used to this. Yeah, it's all very unfamiliar. That's all it is. Oh, thank you. You are really helping me help my... Oh, yeah, good. Thank you, Anta. I hope so. I hope so. This is the point. The whole point was to be able to help everybody out there that's that's not the two extremes. It was funny. When I was going down this path of like showing the matrix what an abacus is, I realized that there was two extremes. Either the one extreme is like abacus was only for the enrichment program or for accommodation. You know what I mean? There was nothing in the middle. There was nothing in the middle. And so that's where I'm here. So I want to let you guys know that I'm here to help you guys learn abacus so you can teach your kids, or you be, keep your brain active, and it's learning abacus. When we're doing the abacus, it keeps your brain active. It's like brain gymnastics, right? And so what we're doing is, we're trying to keep our brain active. So people don't even try to stay too long to learn. When I first came in, it was hard until the first few days. Yeah, it takes persistence too. It makes sense. What does the different rows dictate? Oh, thank you. The different columns means the place values. So you'll see that there's a dot here. This is my ones place. So we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and 10,000s. That's what that means. But yeah, these are columns. We can go up to, this one specifically can go up to 10,000. Yes. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's a very good question. And then after the ones, right, is our decimal. And then after the decimal is our tenths and our hundreds. So when we're looking, we can do decimals as well. All right. How do you use it? I could still count with my fingers, so learning this method will save my... Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow, I didn't know they dipped into decimals. Yeah, we can go all the way to decimals. We can even do multiplication and division on the abacus. Okay. So we're going to continue on. So we'll just do a review. This is 1, 2, right? One, two. Sorry, there we go. 1, 2, right? We have 3, that's what 3 is. This is 4, this is 4. And then 5 is a nickel. 5 just means the top beat. That's what that is, right? So we have 5. And we have 6, that's what 6. 7, 7, 8, 8, and then 9. 9. Let's try 33 times 47. Thank you, Firestorm. Why would we want to do that now? Do you even know how to read the abacus? Do you understand? Anyways, so that's what makes sense, right? So you understand how to read the abacus. After we read the abacus, we're going to go into some adding and subtraction. So there we go. So we can do it again. We did the 4, we did the 2, now we're going back to the 1. So notice, though, that there's a whole set, right? If you do the 4, you could do the 3. After the 3, you could do the 1. After the 1, you could do the 2. Does that make sense? So we do it again. If I have 3, if I have 3 on the abacus, like this, right? I'm sorry, 4 on the abacus. We have 4 on the abacus. I want to add 3. To add the 3, what do I do? Well, same thing. If I have my numbers, here's 4, right? If I want to add the 3, notice I have no more room to add the 3. No multiplication for us. You want multiplication? If you want multiplication, you have to get me up to like 50,000. Let's do that. If you can get me up to 50,000, then we can do multiplication. But then you can't complain when I do multiplication. You said, this is too hard. Yeehaw. All right. Yes, thank you, Jaylin. Yes, it is. It is 100. It is add add the 5. Yes, add the 1. No, we got to go the other way. It's always from top down. Add 2. Add 2 to the 3. That's what you're doing. You go from top down. Does that make sense, Jalen? You take the 2 to make a 3. That's what we're doing. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Why? Because this is the second number. Focus on the second number. Three times that by 47. We start from the top. When you add to the top, it's like this, right? It's 4. And then you add the 3. When you add the 3, how do you add how do you make the 5 from the 3? You got to make the 5 here, not here. It's always the second number. The second number is the 3. So when we're looking, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 3 down here. Because we have 3 down here, we want to make this one the 5, not this one. So to make this a 5, you got to take away 2. So we take away 2 to make a 5. To make a 5. Yeah. So that's what I'm showing you is these are the different ways to make a 5. Either 1 plus 4, 3 plus 2, or 2 plus 3. We could do it again with the 3 plus 3. So we have 3 plus 3 on the abacus, right? We have 3 plus 3 on the abacus. When I want to add another 3, what do? Well, this 3, what do? To make it a 5, I have to minus 2. So I minus the 2, and this makes 5. So my final answer is 6. All right, so if I get 50,000, we can do multiplication. Right? Does that make sense, Jalen? So we're looking at understanding how to do how the thing works. Yeah? Okay, good. It has a new format. Do you like that? I like it. I like it with the different colors too. That was a new one. I like the different colors. I don't know if the different colors is confusing though. I don't know if the different colors are confusing. This is new. Is this new math they're teaching? No, Aria. This is old math. It helps? Oh, really? Okay, good. Thank you, Cardboard Clark. This is old math. This math's been around since the 16th century. Just saying. Is abacus? It's funny. Abacus is Common Core, but it's not. But the abacus is not common. Okay. So when we're looking, we're gonna do it again, right? 16th century. Yeah, it's been. So the Japanese came around and realized that there's these formulas that we need to just. If you just know these formulas, then it would be interesting. You'd be able to add and subtract any which one. Doesn't matter. Okay, so hello, Sonder. I'm not prepared to learn. Hello, but you're prepared to learn because you're back. Hello, Saunders. So I'm so confused. All right, so Aria, we have 1 on the abacus. So anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, this line right here, this is what's being counted. So we have 1 on the abacus, right? And then we have 2. That's what 2 looks like. 1, 2, and then we have 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4. 4 on the abacus. All of these are not counted because they're not touching the horizontal bar. This is 5. This will always be the value of 5. The top bead is a value of 5. So then we can add this 1. That would be 6. If we add 2 on the bottom beads like this, 1, 2, but we add the 5, now we have 7. We have 3. 1, 2, 3. Add the 5. Now we have 8. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the 5. Now we have 9. Ten is exactly how you write it. 10 is 1 and a 0. This is not 10 because this is 55. I don't know what this would be. But if I wrote it out, it would look like this. If I wrote it out, it would look like that, right? Uh,
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So we have 55,555.55. That's what that would be. Aria, does that make sense? So the top B is always going to be a value of 5. If we want to do a whole row of 6s, this would be 6. These would all be 6s, right? We could do a whole row of 7s, and we do a whole row of 8. Every column has a represented number, right? And if we do 9,
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
so we have 99,000. 99,000. $99,999.99. Okay, Jalen, thank you so much. It's 1 in the morning. Thank you, Jalen, for dropping by. Thank you so much for dropping by, and I'll see you in my next live. Yeah, have a good night. It's very late. So, okay, good. So when we're looking, I hope your allergies get better. It takes a couple of days, and then so I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you for asking, Saunders. So we're going to continue on. So when we're looking, we have our 3, and that's what we're trying to do is when we want to make a 5. So the bottom number is what we're trying to do. The bottom need is what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a 5. So if I have 3 on the abacus, I want to add 3. But to add the 3, I have to make a 5. So there's 3 plus 3. Let's see if I do that. 3. There we go. 3. I want to add another 3. Now notice, when I add another 3, there's no more room. There's no more room to add a 3. So to do, what do? Then that's when I have to use the formula. The formula is to make a 5 using a 3, I need to find a 2. The 2 has to come from somewhere. The 2 comes from the previous number. So minus the 2 from here. So we're going to give away 2. So we take away 2, and then we add it to this 3. Now we've made 5, just like a blue bead. We add the 5. So my final answer is 6. Does that make sense? And so what we're doing is we're trying to utilize this formula, this concept of complementary numbers. These complementary numbers will help you in the long run, and you just need to understand it. It's a making of the 5 and making of the 10. These are the 2 basic concepts you only need to know in Abacus world, because the Abacus will help you realize when you need it or not. So my final answer is 6. We have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. That's how we get 6. We could do it again. We could do it again with the 4, right? So we have 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We want to add the 3. To add the 3, right? Our second number is 3. We're not gonna look at the result. We're not gonna say, oh, 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. We're not gonna do that. What we're going to do is we're going to understand, can I add the 3? No? All right. And how do I add the 3? To add the 3, I have to, hold please. I have to utilize the formula. I have to find the 2 from somewhere. To add the 3, I got to find the 2 somewhere. The reason why is, like, if I find the 2 from somewhere, then I know I have made a 5. So I'm going to add the 2 from somewhere. Take it away from the first number, and then this becomes 5, just like my blue bead. So I add the 5. Thank you. Hello, Deceptive. Hello, Deceptive. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Yes, that's the formula. Plus the 5 minus the 2. Plus the 5 minus the 2. That's what we're doing, because we're kind of take away the 2 from the previous number. That's why we're doing it. Yeah. Thank you, Deceptive. Yeah. Does that make sense? So what we're doing is we're utilizing this concept of complementary numbers. It's the same thing with the 2, right? But the 2 doesn't have a lot of questions, if you think about it. Thank you for the follow. Viva la Busco. So we have 4 on the abacus, right? We have 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add 2, but notice I have no more room to add 2. I have no more room to add 2. I know I can utilize this 5. I need to make a 5 somehow. To make a 5, I have to find... Hello, hello, Carlos. Hello. How are you feeling? Okay? Hello, Uba. Oh, Uba. We got to find the 3 from somewhere. So yeah, we're rounding up to the blue bead to subtract the single. Yes, exactly. We're rounding this up. But we got to take the numbers from somewhere. So we take it from the previous number. So take away the 3 to make and round the 5 to make a 5. So my final answer is 6. Yeah. Feeling better. Mess intake. Tastes like rubber, so I have to juice after. Yeah, but at least you know. Gosh, you're so scary. Scared me. It's like if you're driving a car, it's like drifting.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
I'm so happy that you went to urgent care to get that fixed. That's not something you should. I'm happy that you got the medicine to help you make you feel better. Gosh, Carlos. Gosh, Carlos. So that's what we're doing, right? So we could do it again with the 3, right? If I have 3 on the abacus, I have 3 on the abacus. There it goes, 3. And I want to add the 2. If I'm going to add the 2, guess what? I have no more room to add the 2. We have to take away 3 from the 3. That becomes 0. So we take away 3, and this becomes 5. And we add the 5. Oh, you can't see that. And then we add the 5. There we go. There we go. Yep. So then there's not, and then after that, like if you do 2, right? Do I need a formula? No, I don't need a formula to add the 2 because I have enough. See? 1, 2. So you don't always have to use a formula, right? You have to look at your question to see what you can do. Look at your question to see if you need to do anything. Look at the question to see and assess what your plan is. You know what I mean? Just don't flat out just do the work, because then you don't understand what's going on. The idea is to critically think what your questions are. And that's what we're doing, is we're trying to sit back and think about it a little bit before we start brute forcing it and memorizing. We're not going to try to memorize. Right? So how are we doing? And again with the 1 and the 2. Easy. Add the 1, add the 2. So if the blue bead is up, like this, and all the other beads are down, yes. So this would be considered 0. Yes, this is a reset. I reset my abacus to 0. We always start from 0 because we like a clean slate. Yeah, that's a good question. So we could do it again with the 1. But notice the 1, there's not very many questions. That's why it's the last one, because you only do it one time. Because if it's 3, we have enough. We have 3 on the abacus. I want to add 1. Is there enough? Yeah, add the 1. But the problem is here, we want to add the 4. Adding the 4, there's no more room to add the 4. We have to do what? To the 1, we got to make a 5, right? So if we had 4 on the abacus, right? That's 4 on the abacus. And then we have 1. Well, what do? We have to take away the 4, right? And then it becomes a 5 with the 1. So then it becomes 5 with the 1. So the answer, the formula is minus the 4 plus the 5. Hello, Mars! Hello, Mars. Long time. Once I memorize it, I begin to understand. Yes. It all goes back to make it automatic, because this is one of the critical things. Once you get it to be like, you look at it and you're like, oh, I just got to do it. That's what helps. And that's the whole point. The whole point is trying to get it to be an automatic thing. Yeah. And you see it enough times, you're going to understand it. You see it enough times, it becomes like, oh, I need to add a 5. But yeah, so if I want to add the 1, I know I'm going to do this, right? I don't need to say it out loud because I know my formulas, but I also know the pattern. But it's also good to be able to say it out loud too. Because sometimes like saying it out loud helps your brain know what they're doing. It's weird. Yes, it's weirdly faster than memorizing. I've been practicing when I can. Yes, it is. And the funny thing is you don't need to memorize a lot. You just need to memorize two core formulas, concepts. This concept and this concept. You've memorized these 2 concepts, you're golden. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few people that have been just practicing, and they say that they're feeling a lot faster when they do calculations because of the complementary numbers and how we just move it. Oh, thank you. Not a problem. Not a problem, Z Fighters. I'm happy you're willing to learn. Thank you for keeping your mind open to something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for keeping your mind open, because that's what it is, right? I'm not here to gatekeep it anymore, and the trolls will be trolls, just like hecklers in a comedy show. So they are there, but I'm happy that everybody was patient enough to weed out all the trolls. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So what we're doing is we're going to continue on. We're going to go into adding of the 10. Oh, before I continue. So this is my book. This is available in my TikTok shop. What I did here is I focused on the concept of how to make a 5. And what I did was I give you extra practice problems to be able to do how to make a 5. You do it by color by number, and then you have a friends of 5. There's a maze, there's a hidden word, and then there's the word problems. And again, and I give all these activities. There's tic-tac-toe, and I think connect the boxes. That's what I did. Thank you so much for liking the live. So we have connect the boxes, and then after that, and then those are all practice questions to get to the point where you become familiar what the numbers are. So we have color by number, and then we have the tic-tac-toe. Color by number. Where's my color by number? Here we go. There it is. Color by, and then word problems. Answers are in the back of the book. I just ordered the app. Yes! It's on its way, so it will help me practice. Oh yeah! That's great! Yeah, there's a lot of people that, yes, welcome to the club, Jen. Welcome to the club, Jen. Welcome.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
All right, so what we did is we did the adding of the 5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take carrying over. When we carry over, what we call it is make a 10, right? We understand how to make a 10. This is where, oh, maybe we should take a break? Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. Let's take a little break. And I've been drawing an abacus on paper. Oh yeah, that's great. That's really great. Something like this. We give this to the kids. Yep, and they can do that. So this is their intermediate part of doing abacus. So if I add the 4, I add the 5, then I have 9. You keep the answer in your brain. When you do it this way, you keep the answer in your brain. So if I add the 4, I add the 5, I know it's 9. If I add the 1, I add the 2, I know it's 12. Does that make sense? So when you're looking at it and I want to do this, I am going to add the 4, take away the 5. So you keep the answers in your brain. That's how we do it. Well done, Jen. Well done. Yeah, but okay. Oh, so you do the individual ones. I see. So you do. So you're doing something like this, like a full out, right? If anyone's interested in poetry, right? This is what you're doing. I see. Yeah, this is good too. It's good to be able to see it, and that's the whole point. Because this is not a common thing to see. So even if you drew it out, it still works for you. You know what I mean? It's still very good. So we're going to continue on. Let's do a little review for new people coming in. Wow, we're at 30K. Thank you, everybody, for 30K. We're trying to get to 50 so we could do some multiplication. Just saying. Yes, you could do multiplication on the abacus. So the first thing we're going to do is let's do a review, because apparently people like to brain rot. Thank you, Donovan, for the question. No, that's not a question. For the comment. I'm tapping. I'm still tapping. Oh, thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. 50. Yes, ma'am. Mars. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, because that was the one of the requests is to do multiplication. It's like, okay. So here we are, waiting to do multiplication. We'll do it at 50K. All right. We are going to review a little bit because Donovan keeps saying 6-7, and this is not 6-7. This is 0. Anytime the beads are not touching the horizontal bar, this line right here, this is, hi, if I have a longer abacus, what's the difference? Just more numbers. That's all it is. So if you have a 13-column abacus, so this is my 13-column abacus. This is my 7-column abacus. It just means you have more numbers. I actually only seen you do multiplication twice, so I definitely want to practice more. Yeah. So it just means that it's just more. That's all it is. And so you could still do the same. You could still count individual. You could still do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We have 5 on the abacus. We do 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. It's harder to see here, but that's what it would look like. 5 plus 1 is 6. The colors on this one means nothing. They're just there to look pretty. This is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. We have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Yeah. Yeah, not a problem, Sanders. Yeah. It's good to know. It's good to know what you have. Because then after that is 10. 10 would look like that, right? Not a problem. But it works exactly the same. You just have more numbers or more columns. That's all. And they're just kind of hanging out. Okay. So for those of you that are interested, that's the review. Any questions? Any questions? Where is it? This one.
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
So, I don't know if Donovan's a troll, but I could do this one.
No, now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
Do you know that one from? Are you here for that one? Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the likes. Yeah, this was from Monty Python, The Holy Grail. That one. Where King George goes to they go to a castle, and it's the castle is ran by Frenchmen. And so that was John Cleese talking with a French accent. And he's like, but we're not in French. So why do you think I have this accent? It's funny. So I do like The Holy Grail. It's such a funny movie. Anyways, yes, The Holy Grail, Monty Python. If you like British humor, I love British humor. I grew up with British humor. So, hello, Fanta. Hello. All right. So we're going to continue on with how to make a 5. Add a 10. We're going to be adding the 10. When we add the 10, right, that's what we're doing is we're going to carry it over. Carrying over means what? Just means the plus the 10. I've always get good recommendations from this. Oh, yeah. Did you get the They Live? They Live was a good one with Rowdy Piper. Yeah. It was They Live. I watched it again. I was like, I found it. I didn't get a chance to download the thing. That was a good one. That's really campy, though. That's a really campy B-rated movie. It's not like an A rating like Avatar or anything like that. It's like, kind of corny, kind of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah. Or Transylvania 65000. I don't know. Jen, do you know that one? Transylvania 65000? Nope, that's a new one. I'll look into the corny chill movies are the best. Oh yeah, it's on my list. Really? With Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum. Oh my God, Transylvania 65000. Yeah, that was a fun one, and it's so amazing what they can get away with. Ugh. There's another one I like. Is there an answer to life, like the universe and everything else? Like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There is one movie out for that, and then there's a whole series of books. So I saw the one. They live on my list. Oh, I see. They live on your list. Black Knight, Martin Lawrence. Oh, Black Knight. I have not seen that one. I know the Black Knight in the Monty Python. There is a Black Knight there. 42. Yes. It is. That is the answer to the universe. Yes. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe. Okay. So we're gonna continue on. How to make a 10. We're gonna continue on. I digress. I like the digression. It's just one of those things like I'm gonna need to find. Hold please. Thank you everybody for tapping away. We're trying to get to 50,000 so I can get to multiplication. But I do appreciate it. It's not, the thing is I want to try to get to the FYP, because the more people that are comfortable with math, the better off we all are. So what we're trying to do is I'm trying to encourage everybody to just engage and then tap away, just because I want to try to get to the FYP so then people can be comfortable with math. That's the whole goal. The whole goal is to be able to take over the world.
Mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
So here's the question. Thank you, Mars. Here's the question: is 8 plus 2? 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. This is a concept that we're going to do, right? This is the concept. This concept is trying to figure out how to add a 10, how to make a 10. That's how we make a 10. So we understand that if we want to make a 10, we have to modify. Through math, yeah. Stewie Stern's, yeah. Trying to take over the world through math. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand how to make a 10. The question is 9. Let me see if I move it up. There we go. The question is 9. If I have 9 on my abacus, I'm going to put 9 on the abacus, right? That's 9, right? And I want to have 8. So when I have 8, right, to make a 10, oh, I can't see that. To make a 10, I'm going to do this one over here. I'm going to do 9. There we go. Here's my 9. That's my 9. I want to add 8. To add the 8, what do I do? Well, I want to round up, just as Jen mentioned. I want to round this up to 10. To round this up to 10, what do? I have to add 2 from somewhere. 2 has to come from this 9, right? You got to give it away. You got to give away something in order to make what you want, right? So what we do is we give away 2. So now I've given away 2. It's taking from the 8. Now 8 has 10. We have 5 plus 5, right? This is now 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a 10. So my final answer is 17. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a 10 out of the second number. The second number is the one that we're always trying to make a 10 or make a 5. You have the best sounds and math. Thank you, thank you, Raider Nation. They Live was the one with Rowdy Piper. Yes, They Live is the one with Rowdy Piper. Right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make 10 out of this 8. The second number is the key. The second number is the key. The second number is what tells us whether or not we're trying to... thank you so much. Hello. Hello, Nazar. Thank you so much for checking in. Oh, thank you so much for checking in. Oh, there we are. There we are. There we are. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a 10. Thank you for the follow, Raider Nation. So we could do it again. We have 4 on the abacus, right? We're going to do 4, right? We have 4 on the abacus. We do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We have 4 on the abacus. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to add the 8. To add the 8, right, we know to add, we have to make it with a 2. To round up to 10, we got to use 2. I don't know if that's going to help. Hopefully you guys can see that. Right? Here's my 8. To round up to 10, I got to add 2. 2 has to come from somewhere. 2 has to come from the previous number. We have to subtract in order to add. Just like drifting.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
So what's going to happen is this goes over here. Now I've made a 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. This is my 10. So I take away the 2 from here and I add the 10. So my final answer is 12. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
I gotta see. There was one movie I wanted to watch. Jericho. I gotta see Jericho. That's contagious. Yeah. That's from Total Recall. It is. It's from the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is talking to Quato. Yeah. He's talking to the alien. Alright. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a 10. And that's what we're doing. So if you're interested, the book is pinned at the bottom. And that's how we do it. We're going to continue on. Just so you know. Okay. So we have... We already did 8. We can do another one. Let's do 7. 7. Right? 7 and 3 is what we're trying to do. 7 and 3. When I was young, and when I saw that, yeah, with the 3, yes. With the 3, I remember that. And I was like, what? That didn't, yeah, I remember that. So we do 9 on the abacus. We have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. That's 9. Right? So I have 9 on the abacus. I want to add 7. But notice there's no more room to add 7 here. Right? There's no more room. So what do we have to do? We gotta make a 10 out of the 7. To make a 10 out of the 7, we gotta add the 3. The 3 has to come from somewhere. The 3 has to be taken away from the 9. And we add it to the 7. Like that. That's my 10. So my final answer becomes 16. I could do it again on the abacus. Take away the 3 to add the 10. So my final answer is 16. Oh, excuse me. I can't help it. My allergies are really killing me. And I don't have enough oxygen in my brain. So if I speak a little crazy, it's because of that. You should do an ASMR at the abacus. Ah, okay. I didn't. I have one post that you see somebody doing the abacus. That's like my most viewed. It's like 1.7 million views on just doing this. And I'm like, what? We're just doing that. That's all we're doing on the abacus. I wonder how many views I'd get if I did the ASMR with the abacus. That's crazy. It's so crazy. It's like the simplest things get the most views. Okay. We're going to get it. We're going to continue. So, does that make sense? So, what do we do? Oh, yeah, we did 9 plus 7. Ugh. 9 plus 7. We could do it again. Yeah, there's something satisfying about it. Oh, we're going to do it again. So we have 4 on the abacus. Oh, I can't do it. Let's see. Hold on. We have 4 on the abacus, like that. Right? That's my answer. My question. My question is 4. So I have 4 on the abacus. I want to add 7. To add the 7, what do? All I got to do is minus the 3 plus the 10. So now we're getting comfortable with the concept of taking away in order to add. It's the same concept with the 5. And it's the same concept with all of the numbers. So what we're doing is we're compounding our knowledge. We're compounding the knowledge, and we're just changing it out between the two formulas. The two pairs that we need to memorize to understand would be these two: how to make a 10 and how to make a 5. You understand these two and how they work, then it doesn't matter what the questions are. Oh, that's right. So one of my questions, somebody was like asking, well, let's do a bigger number. You could do a bigger number. Here's a bigger number. And you're going to see how it scales. So we have 1,357. That's what we have, right? We have 1,357. When we add, Jen, when we add the 2, is there enough? There is. There's enough to add the 2. We add the 2. We want to add the 4. Remember how to add the 4. We need to utilize the formula. Plus the 4 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 1. So we're going to make our 5 and then take away the 1. And then we have to add the 3 and then add the 1. So my final answer is, Jen, what is my final answer? Thank you, no. Thank you, no. It is 3,788. Absolutely. Thank you, no. Welcome. Welcome back. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, just some dude. Right? So what we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus, but now these concepts that I'm teaching you is scalable. It doesn't matter what column you're in. It's all the same. You just got to pay attention to the numbers and what they're adding to. So this specific one was adding the 4 to this 3. When we add the 4 to this 3, we had to utilize the formula. That's all it is. That's as simple as it is. Simple to use, easy to understand. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I think, yeah. So, how are we doing? I thought I wasn't supposed to memorize. You see it enough times that you can't help it. Yeah. So we're going to do, oh, so here it is. We're going to do another one. We'll do 5. 5 plus 5. Same thing. So we have the question is 9 plus 5, right? We have 9 on the abacus. Oh, no. We have 9 on the abacus. There's no more room to add the 5, right? There's no more room to add the 5. But what do? We know to plus the 5, we have to minus the 5 and plus the 10. So that means what? If I have 9 on the abacus, we have 9 on the abacus, like that. And then what are we going to do? Well, if I want to add the 5, I know to make a 5, I just have to take away the 5. So I take away the 5 from the 9, and I add it to the 5. Now I've made a 10. This is a 10. So what I did is I take away the 5 from the 9. The reason why is because there's not enough room to add the 5 here. But to round up, I like that, to round up to 10, I need to add another 5. So we got to take it from the 9, and then that is my 10. And that's my answer. Oh, that's great. I could do something with my nose right here, and you won't know. Okay. Oh, this is horrible. Okay, how are we doing? Yes, thank you, Brown King. It's allergies always kick me right around this time. Allergies twice a year. It's not fun. Okay, we're going to do it again. Because we could do it with the 8. Right, here's my 8. If I have 8 on the abacus, right, it's very different. Here we go. 8 on the abacus. I want to add 5, but there's not enough room to add the 5. I feel the Santa Winds got my allergies out. Yeah, it is, right? Santa Winds. Yeah, that's what it's it's twice a year the Santa Winds really kicks me. And then there was one time the Santa Winds were so bad. I think there was like 100 miles an hour, and it knocked down our electricity for like 3 days. Yeah, it gets really bad here. It gets really bad. Like I'm right in the valley too. It gets really windy here. It was so bad that it knocked down the city Christmas tree. I'm in Fontana. Oh yeah, yeah, in Fontana. Yeah, it gets windy there. In Fontana, don't you get the smells of the cows? Where is that? I forget. Chino? Not the Christmas tree. Yeah. Yeah, I remember going out to out in Riverside. We would always get the smells of the cows. I think it was Chino. So, or when I was playing paintball, that's what it was too. Sometimes, yeah, you get the Chino, definitely get the cows. Yeah, yeah. There was a paintball field called Tombstone, I think. I think it's called Tombstone. And every time we go there, we would always get the smells of Chino. It was fantastic. I don't know if Tombstone is still around. Anyways, I don't know if anybody plays paintball anymore. I heard people go airsofting now. That's like after my time. So we have 5. We want to add the 5. To add the 5, what do? We got to take the 5 away from here. We got to take away the 5 from the 8. The reason why, I never tried either. I'll look into it. They both hurt. I'm not going to lie. They both hurt. If you're okay with hurting, like, but you know what? I was talking to her, and he mentioned that airsoft is cheaper because the paint is more expensive. The paint in paintball is more expensive. It's like 100. The bruises are bad, but I figured it's not as bad as snowboarding. No, man, snowboarding is way fun. I could go snowboarding all day. I love it. It's funny though. My kids can't keep up with me. I'm waiting for them to be strong enough to keep up with me. Okay. What's wrong, baby Niz? So when we're looking, right, we want to add the 5. To add the 5, we have no more room. So what do? We know to make the 5, we have to make it a 10. We round it up to a 10. So we have to get the 5 from somewhere. To get the 5 from somewhere, we're going to get it from the 8. So we take the away from the 5. So we take away the 5, and we add it to this 5. So now this becomes 10. So my final answer is 13. I mean, the bruising is not as bad. I love snowboarding, but I'm not that good at it yet. Oh. Yeah, the bruising in paintball is really. There was a the bruising in paintball was kind of fun. It gets pretty bad. Like there was one time I went to a company picnic. This is so funny. I went to a company picnic, and it was like the day after we played paintball, and I was all like bruised up. I was like all this stuff, and I had all these bruises on my legs and everything, and they get really big and kind of like gross. That it was hot. It was the summertime, right? So you're wearing shorts. The problem is with wearing shorts, you see all my bruises. So they thought that my boyfriend at the time was I didn't mean to be that, but it wasn't. It was because I was playing paintball. Yes, H, every day. Because you know what I'm trying to do, H? This is what I'm trying to do.
Gee, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yeah, I had to explain to everybody. Open your mind. Yes, thank you, Mars. Please keep your mind open to something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Oh, Jen, I'm so sorry that you broke your tailbone off the ski lift. That's horrible. I've not had that. It's still scary, but I've not had that. Yeah, that's a tough one. Ooh, that's a lot of pain. So we're going to continue on. So we did, oh, here we go. Here was the thing. Now, you might say, well, you know how in the ski lift's a little scary the first few times. Yeah, Matri, the vids, it helped. Oh, yeah? Yeah. I think trying to go, yeah. And also, tell me what this. Ha! Thank you. Thank you, Minor. Minor. So, you might be wondering, well, we could do the other way, right? 5 plus 8, we could do the same thing. It would be the same number. No, it's not. The difference is the second number. The second number is what's gonna make the difference. So we remember, right? We remember if we add the 5, right? We added the 5. I want to add 8. To add the 8, what are we going to do? To add the 8 is what? Plus 8 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 2. So if I add the 10 here, I have to take away the 2. Rot-row. Minus the 2. Cannot minus the 2. What is another way to minus the 2? See how there's a 5? I cannot take away the 2. This is what I call a two-step. Because we got to take our number. We got to take this number minus 2 and we got to break it down again. So how do we minus the 2? Do you remember? Yes, Mars. Yes. So it's equal to minus the 5 plus the 3. That's what we need to do. That's why it's called a two-step. So it's minus the 5 plus the 3. So this is what I call a multi-step equation, a multi-step addition. And that's why you need to know your how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. If you know these two, then all of this will connect to itself. So if you notice, the minus 2, there's 2 of them. There's a here, and then there's one here. Do you see that? There's a 4, there's a 4 up here. That is how they get connected. Yes. Yes. So that's how they get connected, right? So, and then what is it? 3 and this 3. So this 3 here and this 3, they get connected. Yep. It's equal to 1. Yeah. Yeah, we never get to, see, that's what I'm saying. We never get to this part because everybody wants to do multiplication. Everybody always wants to get to multiplication. But there's more to adding and subtracting. Once you understand the adding and subtracting, then everything else will be a lot easier. But the biggest thing is to understand and be able to add and subtract. Yeah. I think that's the first time I've seen you go over that. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've gone back to it because I've never had time. I've never had time to go into a two-step equation. I'm trying to take it a little bit slower and I'm trying to get to my likes, and I think that's helping me to slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody tapping it out and going up to 50,000 so we can go into multiplication. But I think having these goals helps me to regulate what the class is going to be. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So we can keep going. So we could do it again with 7, right? So 7 is also a two-step equation. There we go. So we do it again. 7 plus 7, right? We have 7 on the abacus. We want to add another 7. To add another 7, what do we do? We need to, plus the 7 is equal to plus the 10 minus 3. So we plus the 10, and we need to take away the 3. Thank you, applesauce. Take away the 3. We cannot take away the 3. So what is it we have to do to minus the 3? We have to take away 3 here. What do we do? Thank you, Mars. Minus 3 is equal to minus the 5 plus 2. So we minus the 5 plus the 2. This is how we get 14. Yes, thank you, applesauce. Thank you, Jen. That's how we get 14. Yeah. It's okay. I understand. And that's the difference, right? The difference is being able to understand when you get into a two-step equations. So this 2 and this 2 is connected. And that's why in this book, we start talking about two-step equations. We're at 40. Woo! We're at 40. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So in this book, my Abacus for Adults, what I've done was after we know how to add the tens and we minus the tens, I actually go into explaining how to do a two-step equation. That's why there's this workflow. This workflow shows you how to read the number. It's always the second number or the number that you're adding to, right? So just as we did here, we did 7 plus 7. 7 plus 7 is what? Plus the 7 is plus the 10 minus the 3. So we write the formula. But guess what? There's not enough to minus the 3. There's only 2 beads here. So what happens is, then you get into here. Well, we have to minus the 3. To minus the 3, we have to minus the 5 plus the 2. So when we combine the question, when we combine it, multiplication, here we go. When we combine it, that's what it would look like. Yeah. And so that's what this is. So that's why I made this for the adults, and we work a little bit more on the two-step equations. I'm working on the kids version right now. And the kids version follows the same suit. We know how to add the two. We know, well, like this. We add the two-step equation and we minus the two-step equation. Those will be two separate books. So right now I'm working on the how to make the two-step equation right now. And so, yeah. So the only 4 numbers we need to worry about is the 8, the 9, the 7, and the 6. Okay, so I will be right back. Oh, sorry. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Okay. There we go. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I am back. So when we're looking at it, that's the next step, is to be able to Tetris your information. Tetris the adding of the 10 and minus the 5, or minus the 10 and minus the 5. And they try to make it all together. That's why sometimes people get a little tripped up. But that's the point. Excuse me. Thank you, Gilbert, for the follow. So this book. So we briefly go over like how to read the 1s and the 2s, and we go into adding, subtracting, and then we go into the pixel art. This pixel art, the reason why I did this is so then you can practice how it looks. So I know these questions are super easy. So there's a 9 and a 5. Well, that's 4. But I know it's easy. Thank you so much for, hello, Aces. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, thank you so much for checking in. So we have our 9 on the Abacus, and I want to take away 4. To take away the 5. All I gotta do is take away the 5. The reason why I do the simple, the pixel art, the simple adding and subtracting is so you can see how the numbers move, right? So even here I have 1, right? 1, and I'm plus the 3. It's one thing to know it, it's another thing to see it. So that's the idea for this pixel art. And then try to figure out what the number is. Watching the big lightning storm up north is neat. Oh, really? Like how north? So we have that. And then we do the minus the plus fives, and then Las Vegas. Oh, interesting. We have the minus the fives, and then I give you some activities, right? This is hidden words, and then I give you a summary of what the five is, and then we do the plus tens. So I give you a little bit of like activities of what the plus tens are, and then I give you an example. Here's color by number, and then we start going into multiplication. This is where it becomes interesting how the multiplication is, because in Abacus we only do repeated addition. For those of you that may or may not remember your multiplication table, in order to do multiplication on the Abacus, you need to know your multiplication facts. That's something that you just have to memorize. You could do it by repeated addition in order to understand how it works. So like I have the 2, so it's what it is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Here we have some word ladders. So I also bring in like some you have the definition over here, and then you have to figure out what the word is over here, and then match it with the answer. And then I have plus tens, and then I have minus tens, and then I have color by number, and then there's the summary of how to make a 10 with the cumulative property. And here is the Abacus framework. This is the workflow. And then this is why we talk about the two-step equations. So the two-step equation has like either the plus tens or the minus tens. It all just depends on what you're trying to do. Here you answer the question, and then you find the puzzle piece, right? And then here you will have the opportunity to write the formula. We have the multiplication table here, how to from 6 to 9, and then we have minus the two-step equation. And then after that, we have the puzzle piece. We have the mosaic, and then we have mazes. And for those of you that are interested, I do have the answers in the back of the book. That's it, back of the book. There we are. All right, so we have 8,000 taps to go through. How are we doing? That's a little run through of what an abacus is, and the introduction to abacus for adults. For those of you that just joined, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to do a little review for everybody that just started. Let me see if I can make it like that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's do a little review. While people are tapping away, thank you so much for tapping away. We have our number. Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's considered counted. So this is 0. None of the beads are touching the horizontal bar, so this is 0. If I add the 1, I'm paying $5,000. Oh, really? The $5,000 looks like this. 5, 1, 5, 0, 0, 0. That's what $5,000 is. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, every column is a place value. $5,000. Grand is 1,000, right? So when we're looking, it would look like that. If this is my ones place, that's my ones place. My label is my ones place. That's a label for the ones place. I have another label over here. This label is my thousands. That would be the grand. So we have our thousands. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 10,000s. Okay, see you later. Okay, not a problem, Jen. And so, does that make sense? So $5,000 would be 5000. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, this would be 5, this would be 50, this would be 500, this is 5,000, which is also another word for $5,000. And then we have our numbers. We do 1. So if I did this, this would be 1. This would be 1, 1, 1. These will all be 1s. That's what 1 is, right? 1 is always going to be the one top bead that's touching this horizontal bar. If we have 2, that's what 2 looks like. Again, I start here because this is my 1s place. So I have my 1s over here, and this is my 2. 1, 2. This is 2 in the 1s place. If I did this, this would be 20. If I did this, this would be 200. If I did this, this would be $2,000 or 2,000. 3 and then 4. After 4, we have a value of 5. The 5 will always be the top bead. Just like this, right? So that would be that. And if I if I match it up like that, right? This is my ones. So this would be 55.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So this is 55,555.55. That's what that would be. That's it. So then you might be wondering, well, what's 6? Well, 6, a whole row of 6 would look like this, right? And then we have a whole row of 7 would look like that. So 2 plus 5 is 7. And then we have 8. This is the value of 8. Good evening, Nate. Good evening, Nate. How's it going? Hello, hello. Yep. And then we have 9.
99 problems, but if ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but if ain't one. Hit me.
So this would be 99,999.99. So we have our 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. That's what that is. So you notice that every number is represented, right? Every number is represented on each column. That's how that works. Cool? Okay. So, how are we doing? You guys all right? We're going to keep going with this one. So, oh yeah. In Abacus world, cool, like the last ice age. Ha, that's funny. All right, I got it. It took me a little bit to understand. Whew, my allergies are really killing me. All right, so here we go. We want to do 8 plus 4. Now, in mainstream math, they're like, you know what? Just take the 8 and make it a 10. But where are you going to get the 10 from? How do you get 2? How do you get 2? How do you make this a 10? In Abacus world, you don't. The reason why is because we want to make the bottom number a 10. Right? What does that mean? Well, if I had 8 on the abacus, and I want to add 4, what do? How do I make a 10 out of this 4? We always go from top down. Oh, no problem. We always go from top down. So what does that mean? 4 plus 6 makes a 10. 4 plus 6 makes a 10. We got to get the 6 from somewhere. 6 has to come from the 8. So we always utilize from what we have. 6 comes from the 8. So we take away 6 from the 8. Take away 6 from the 8. Add it to here, and oh look, I've made a 10. I've made a 10. So my final answer is 12, right? We don't go up and down. We don't say that this is 10. Because we got to practice how to make a 10 with a 4. Now, why is that a problem? If the numbers get bigger, like if there's more lines, so if I had, here we go. If I had more lines that I had to worry about, like this. Right? If I had more lines, you can't go up and down. You got to go one step at a time because you're keeping a tally. You're keeping a running total. So you do this one first, then you do this one, and then you do this one, and then you get your answer, right? So you do a running total. This is easy because it's 2 lines. But when you start getting more than 2 lines, like 4 lines, you don't want to go up and down. You want to keep to a path, which is going either go up or you go down. But the idea is to understand what you're trying to do. There's this one person, I don't know how old he is, but he broke the world record of adding 100 add-ins in under 30 seconds. Wait, can you show 4? Oh, yeah. So we have 8 on the abacus. So again, we're looking at the 4, right? Add more lines, you want to have you wouldn't have an abacus. Add more lines, you wouldn't have an abacus. Not in my view, but if I could see it, anybody could. So we have 8 on the abacus, right? And so what we want to do is we want to add 4. To add the 4, what do? We have to plus the 6 to make it 10. Plus the 6 to make it 10. That's what we're doing. You don't want to go up and down, right? You want to make this one a 10. To make this one a 10, you have to plus the 6 to make it 10. So we take it away from the 8. See that? So if I take away from the 8, I've now made my 10. Why? Because 4 plus 6 equals to 10. You have to make a 10 out of this 4. But where do you get the 6 from? You got to get it from somewhere. It can't just be from thin air, right? So the idea is you got to get it from what you have. You have to take 6 away from the 8 to make your 10. That's why. Because how else are you going to make your 10, right? That's not another. You got to use what you have. Yeah, it's a different way of thinking. It's a very different way of thinking. So you have what we have 8. So we could take away what we have here. That's why you have to minus in order to add. So we've made our 10. So our answer is 12. It's just like drifting.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Yeah. How do you add 2 digits? I could do one step further. We could do 4 digits. It all depends about the numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7. 7. Add the 2, add the 4, plus the 5 minus the 1, plus the 3, plus the 1. There we go. So my final answer is, can you read my final answer? Hello, Jen. I just did this one again. Yeah. What's my final answer? I don't... Is it Lily? Sophie. Almost. 3,000. You got the 3 right. 3,000. But don't forget there's the top bead. Yes. 3,788. Yes. So we can do it again. There it is. Okay. I went to get some paper, husband said. I mean, that's funny. You guys are so funny. All right, here we go. Here's a question. So we have to do... Okay. Same concept. How do you get the 7? One, 3, 5, 7. Because 3, 5 plus 2 is 7. 8, 8. How do I get the 7? If I want to add the 4, I have to make a 5. There's no more room to add the 4. There's no more room to add the 4. What do? I have to add the 1 to round up to 5, right? To do that, I got to get the 1 from somewhere. The 1 comes from the 3. So I have to take away from the 3 so I can add my 5. That's how I get the 7. Okay. Does that make sense? That's why. All right. I need to end it. Oh, I just went cross-eyed. I can't. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining. I do appreciate everybody's joining. We didn't get to our goal, and I'm sad, but I also need to go to sleep. So, is the top part always 5? Yes, the top will always be 5. Oh, so this is one question. So one last question. Here is the 98 plus 3. So 98 plus 34. So we add the 3. How do we add the 3? Plus the 3 is equal to plus the 10 minus 7. So plus the 10 minus the 7. And then we add the 4. Add the 4 is what? Plus the 4 is equal to plus the 10 minus 6. Oh, you can't see that. Plus the 10 minus the 6. So I plus the 10 and I take away the 6. And my final answer is... Hello, Irina. It's it's morning. Where? I don't know where RO is. Where are you located? Thank you, Sophie. It's 132. Yeah. So what we did is we had to make sure that we understand this. Oh, Romania! Oh, what time is it? Good morning then. Good morning.
Step 2, greet the day, smile, and say, Good morning, city!
Good morning, Arena. What time is it for you? 9:34. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I gotta head out. I gotta go rest my head for a little bit. We didn't get to our little goal. I apologize. Good try though, everybody. Good try. Maybe next time. Maybe next time we will get it. You should get some sleep. I'm definitely gonna get some sleep. Yeah. But we did a fair amount though. We did all the way to the two-step equations, and that's the goal, the biggest thing. Yeah. I like the goal sets. I like the setting of the goals because it slows me down too. We could go a little bit more in depth. Of course, Sophie. Thank you for teaching me something new. Oh, great. I'm happy you were able to be patient to learn something new. But yeah, I'm not at my A game right now. So I have that. That's all I got. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. I do appreciate you all joining. And have a good morning, Irina. Have a good morning. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good night. And I hope to see you all in my next live. Haha, always enjoy your class. Have a good night, Jen. You too. Thank you so much. No worries. Get lots of rest. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Good night. Thank you. Good night, Arita. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you again so much for joining, and I'll see you all in my next live. Bye, everybody. Good night, Jay.